Good afternoon, family, friends, alumni, and special guests. Welcome to the Fall 2025 Convocation Ceremony for the Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business. At this time, I'd like that you please stand as you are able to welcome our students and faculty.
Everyone, please be seated. Great start. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Fall 2025 Convocation Ceremony for the Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business. My name is Raj Agnihotri, and I am the Raised Beck Endowed Dean of the Ivy College of Business, Morrill Professor, and Mary Warner Professor of Marketing. I'm honored to welcome you all, especially our candidates for degrees. I would also like to welcome those who are here with you today to celebrate your accomplishment along with the Ivy community. In addition, I want to welcome family and friends from around the world who are watching a live stream broadcast of this ceremony. This convocation, honoring your achievements, is made possible thanks to a dedicated team of college staff, our talented faculty, wonderful student marshals, and the fantastic staff at Hilton Coliseum. Please join me in recognizing their efforts. I also want to thank all of you for participating in this ceremony today. The adventure you have had at Iowa State is not yours alone. It was shared by many people in your lives: parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, our faculty and staff. We all care very, very deeply about your growth as individuals and your success as professionals. This ceremony celebrates your accomplishments in the Ivy College of Business, but I can assure you that it is a reward for all of us as well. This past semester has been an important one for both you and me. For me, it was my first term as your new dean. While I wasn't new to the college, I joined the Ivy College of Business as a marketing and sales professor back in August 2018, and I see several of you here who were in my classes. It was my first semester, though, in this new role, with wider responsibilities and new challenges. I am filled with pride and optimism for our collective future. Our strategic groundwork in the areas of ethical aspects of AI, global engagement, and accountability for student success will propel our college to new heights. For most of you, this was your last semester at Ivy and Iowa State, and that can be a bittersweet experience. You are leaving behind the familiarity of Jardine, the Ivy professors and advisors who know you by name, and the world you have learned to navigate. Now, you are faced with new challenges: a new job, or graduate school, a new city, making new friends. Or maybe you are still interviewing and trying to figure out where you will land. Irrespective of your feelings of excitement or uncertainty, I am confident, very confident, that you are ready for this next chapter. You are an Ivy graduate, and that means you are job ready, innovation ready, and ethically grounded. And I know this because world-class faculty challenged you, mentored you, professors of practice shared their industry skills and experience, highly skilled advisors and career coordinators provided advice and encouragement for your academic growth and professional development. You have learned to be an innovator, a successful leader, and an effective team member. You have honed your skills with each team project, presentation, case competitions, and sales pitches. You have pushed yourself outside of your comfort zone, overcome challenges, and learned from your mistakes. You are ready to contribute on day one and to grow when presented with new opportunities throughout your career. As an Ivy grad, an Iowa State grad, you have the strength of the Cyclone Nation behind you. You will be part of the Iowa State Alumni Network, and you will find that there are cyclones everywhere, invested in your success and cheering you on. As you transition from a student to alumni, I know that you are ready for this next step. You will always be a part of Ivy community, but you are ready to share your skills and talent with the wider world. I hope you carry our Ivy experience with you throughout your life and career, and that you are as proud of your alma mater as we are of you. During this special ceremony, we like to ask one graduating student to share their thoughts on this milestone. I have the privilege of introducing today's student speaker to you now. Joaquin Gonzalez is graduating from Iowa State University with a Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship and Management Information Systems, cum laude. During his time at Iowa State, Joaquin worked as a facility supervisor for recreation services and pursued a career in music, composing, co-producing, and performing modern adaptations of Latin music. He also worked as a commercial relations executive and IT representative for his family's business, Immunimend Clinical Laboratory in Lima, Peru. After graduation, Joaquin plans to return to Peru to launch his own business, JTM IT and Business Analytics. Please join me in welcoming your fellow graduate, Joaquin Gonzalez.
Let my 4-inch accent be a sign of bravery in your institution, and I will respond with my greatest gratitude. Those were the last words of my application essay to Iowa State University, and at that time, I had no idea what those words were going to mean. My name is Joaquin Gonzalez, and I came here from Lima, Peru, 3,867 miles away. And the question that has followed me every single semester is always the same. How did someone from Peru end up in Ames, Iowa? And every time, I answer the same thing: faith. Because the truth is, Iowa State was the only university I applied to that I knew almost nothing about. I didn't know where Iowa was on the map. I didn't know how cold it gets, which, by the way, no one warned me about. Rumor has it they purposely exclude that part in university tours, actually. I didn't know anyone here, but something inside just said, that's the place. And sometimes, faith is enough. When I arrived, my brother dropped me off at Wallace Hall. We hugged for like 15 minutes straight. I think 15 people walked by thinking it was either a dramatic goodbye or the season finale of a Netflix series. You know the type. It's the hug your mom is probably remembering right now when she said goodbye to you and told you to have a good time. And the moment he left, I remember telling myself, you asked for this. Now prove yourself. And that's really what college is, right? You arrive thinking you understand life, and then life goes, oh, really? We'll see. You learn, you fail, you restart. You meet people you never expected. You say goodbye to people you never thought you'd lose. Some nights, you feel invincible. Other nights, you're just praying to make it to the morning. But every single moment, good, bad, confusing, becomes a brick in the wall of who you become. One of the places that built me was Iowa State Recreation Services. I walked in just trying to work. I left with discipline, leadership, confidence, and a family. Thank you, Dana Naink. Thank you, Jack Stevenson. Thank you to every coworker who saw me grow from the Peruvian kid at the front desk to the facility supervisor who could lead, teach, and leave a mark. Those people, those shifts, those late nights closing the building, they built me. And Ivy College of Business, you gave me something I didn't expect: clarity. Not just a degree, not just knowledge, but the understanding of who I am, what I want, and where I'm going. When I graduate, I'm returning to Lima to work in my family business and launch my company, JTM IT and Business Analytics, the first Peruvian technology firm designing automated systems with predictive intelligence, built for businesses across an entire country and one day beyond it. Not a dream, not a maybe, a plan. And that plan was shaped here by professors who saw something in me before I fully saw it myself. So thank you, Erica Peterson, William Malone, Jim Croxdale, Tim Garden. Brick by brick, you helped me build this future. And now I want to speak directly to my graduating class. We are all living this place with a different story. Some of us came from across the world. Some of us are the first in our families to graduate. Some of us struggled silently. Some of us had to rebuild ourselves along the way. But we all share one thing: we kept going. So whatever comes next, a job, grad school, family responsibilities, a business, go with faith, go with courage, go with the confidence that every version of you that survived up to this moment will carry you into the next one. Don't rush your life. Don't compare your chapter to someone else's. And never apologize for the dreams that feel too big for the room you're in. Because sometimes all you need is the courage to say, that's the place. Before I close, I want to say something that matters more than anything. To my parents, thank you for giving me life and every opportunity that made this moment possible. To my siblings, thank you for being my example and my strength this past 22 years. I carry you with me everywhere I go. And so I close with the same words I began with. Let my accent be a sign of bravery in your institution, and I will respond with my greatest gratitude. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Ames. Thank you to every brick in the wall.
Thank you, Joaquin, for sharing your story and addressing your fellow candidates today. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Today, we recognize all of our Ivy College of Business candidates for successfully completing degree requirements. Many of you have distinguished yourselves through academics, extracurricular activities, and community service. I want to take a few minutes to recognize you. First, some of our candidates will graduate with multiple majors and/or multiple degrees. In addition, many of our candidates have taken additional courses to complete minors, specializations, or certificates. These are not listed in the program. I would like those of you graduating with minors, specializations, or certificates to please stand and be recognized at this time. Please be seated. Some students are graduating with distinction, with a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Cardinal honor cords are worn by those graduating cum laude with distinction. Students graduating magna cum laude with great distinction are wearing gold honor cords. Summa cum laude graduates, those graduating with highest distinction, are wearing cardinal and gold honor cords. Would those graduating with distinction please stand and be recognized? As one of the nation's first land-grant universities, Iowa State was founded back in 1858 on then revolutionary idea that a college education should be open to everyone. Our land-grant mission continues to this day. As Iowa State welcomes first-generation college students from across the nation and around the world, would those of you who are in the first generation of your family to graduate from college please stand and be recognized? At the Ivy College of Business, we encourage students to extend their learning beyond the classroom. Would those who have completed internships, studied abroad, competed in case competitions, or volunteered in the community please stand and be recognized? Finally, I would like to recognize all those in attendance today, graduates and audience members alike, who have served, are serving, or will be serving our country in the military. We are deeply grateful for your commitment and service. Would those individuals please rise as you are able, so we may recognize you? As you can see, many of our candidates have gone the extra mile and truly distinguished themselves in their academic careers. Congratulations to all of you. How about a round of applause for all our graduates? At this time, we will recognize our candidates for degrees individually. The first candidate to cross the stage for each program is the student marshal who has been selected for their exemplary performance in their major while at the Ivy College of Business. Names will be read by Dr. Frank Montalban, Dean's Professor of Supply Chain Management, and Dr. Olena Watanabe, Associate Professor of Accounting. I now invite Dr. Valentina Salati to the podium to introduce our degree candidates. Dr. Salati is the Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs at the Ivy College of Business. Dr. Salati.
Thank you, Dean Agnihotri. We will start by recognizing our Master of Business Administration graduates. This includes students from the full-time and professional MBA programs. MBA faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates are led by the MBA student marshal, Imtiaz Chaudhry. Imtiaz is graduating with an MBA and a Master of Accounting degree.
Imtiaz Chaudhry. Imtiaz would like to thank his family, friends, faculty, and advisors, and lastly, his beautiful wife for their unwavering support and guidance.
Bryson Donald Mitchell. Bryson's future plans are to marry his beautiful fiancée and start his career in technical sales at Rockwell Automation.
Sherman Ray Wilson. Sherman would like to thank his family, his wife Sarah, and his fellow classmates for their support and encouragement throughout this rewarding journey.
Stephen Matthew Hill. Matt's favorite course at ISU was negotiations.
Jeanette Fatama Graf. Jeanette would like to thank her extension family, friends, and most importantly, her beloved family, Giovanni, Zhao, and George Trevisian, for their unwavering and endless support.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Accounting. Accounting faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Dirk Black, Donna J. Fuller Accounting Professor and Chair of the Department of Accounting. Candidates are led by the Accounting Student Marshal, Elena Voss.
Elena Voss. Elena has accepted a position with Mid-IO Equipment supporting their operations.
Emma Chase Caruso. Emma's future plans are to get her master's in accounting at Iowa State and sit for the CPA exam.
Sydney Taylor Burlage. Sydney's future plans are to work for Deloitte as an auditor after receiving her master's in May and working toward her CPA and CFE certifications.
Abby M. Holtkamp. Abby's future plans are to get her master's in accounting at Iowa State and sit for the CPA exam.
Shayla Dolich. Shayla has accepted a position with Financial Integrators as a tax accountant.
K. Ray Andrea Lee. Andrea would like to thank her family, friends, and professors for believing in her dreams and supporting her through the long study nights.
Almir Tika. Almir has accepted a position as an assurance associate with RSM in their Des Moines office.
Eric von Pelt. Eric would like to thank his parents for always believing in his abilities and pushing him to work hard.
Ella Christine Fries. Ella's future plans are to intern with Deloitte on the audit and assurance team and then return to Iowa State to get her Master's of Accounting and take the CPA.
Drew Schindel. Drew's favorite RSU memory is his time spent studying abroad.
Nathan Edward Lytle. Nathan would like to thank the wonderful teachers, mentors, and friends who have made this place special and help forge lifelong memories. Roll clones.
Carter Rosenmeyer. Carter will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University.
James Van Rees. James' future plans are to gain enough practical accounting experience to take and pass the CPA exam.
Johnny Wilkins. Johnny's favorite ISU memory is getting to meet all the lifelong friends he made along the way.
Jackson Paul Royer. Jackson is from St. Charles, Illinois.
Emily Kane. Emily would like to thank her mom, whose unconditional love and support made this day possible. Thank you for everything.
Melody Herring-Acton. Melody would like to thank her family and friends who supported and sacrificed for her to reach this milestone and continue to support her as she completes her master's this spring.
Mia Tran. Mia would like to thank her parents and Kevin Din for always supporting and being beside her. She loves her family.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize our Master of Accounting graduates.
Ellery Jude McAllister. Ellery would like to thank her wife, Oli, for the constant support, as well as her aunt and uncle, parents, and siblings.
Lauren Grace Hopkins. Lauren would like to thank her fiancé, Tyler, who has stood beside her through her bachelor's, master's, CPA, CMA, and beginning her career.
Anna Sanders. Anna has accepted a position with Forvis Mazars as an audit associate in the West Des Moines office.
Rachel Bertrand. Rachel would like to thank her friends and family for all their support during her time at Iowa State.
Benjamin Soren Jackson. Benjamin's future plans are to earn his CPA. He then plans to play center field for the Chicago White Sox, retire, and open a steakhouse and/or breed racehorses.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Finance, which offers undergraduate majors in finance, actuarial science, and business economics. Finance faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Chung Zhang, Associate Professor and Interim Chair of the Department of Finance. Candidates are led by the Finance Student Marshal, Jacob Haishu.
Jacob Haishu. Jacob's future plans are to start the Master of Finance program at Iowa State and complete an internship at the Merchants Bonding Company.
Ariana Lauren Cagle. Ariana has accepted a position with Retirement Partners of Hawaii.
Bryson Sioni. Bryson would like to thank his family and friends for their continued support throughout this journey, and especially his mom and dad for making this possible.
Aiden Thompson. Aiden has accepted a position with Farmers State Bank.
Paige Dakota McDonald. Paige has accepted a position with F&G Life and Annuities as a finance associate.
Ellison Rodin. Ellison would like to thank her family for all of their support and guidance.
Eli William Hansen. Eli's future plans are to pursue a career in wealth management.
Clara Lynn Bender. Clara's future plans are to start a full-time job as a financial analyst with Kiewit.
Ella Christine Parker. Ella's future plans are to work for the State of Iowa Division of Banking as a safety and soundness examiner. She looks forward to using her education and continuing to grow.
Natalie Eckhart. Natalie would like to thank her mom, dad, and the rest of her family for their constant support and encouragement throughout her time at Iowa State.
Blake Illingworth. Blake's future plans are to pursue a career in commercial banking.
Max Friend. Max's favorite ISU memory is beating Iowa.
Anthony Lewis Ciola. Anthony would like to thank his family.
Carson Donald Mongan. Carson's future plans are to continue building his financial planning business at Northwestern Mutual.
Elijah Lee. Elijah would like to thank his mom and dad, family, and friends.
Adam Axman. Adam will be attending graduate school at the Ivy College of Business for a Master of Finance.
Joseph William Rickey. Joseph will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University, pursuing a Master of Finance.
Ben Jeong. Benjamin would like to thank his supportive father and stepmother.
Mason James Varian. Mason's favorite ISU memory is going to football games.
Madison Jass. Madison will be attending graduate school at Iowa State University, pursuing a Master of Accounting.
Grant Veenstra. Grant would like to thank his parents, Joel and Julie Veenstra.
Joseph Dean Hansen. Joseph would like to thank Dr. Rodda for giving him the opportunity to continue expressing his love of music with the Iowa State Singers.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize our Master of Finance graduates.
Vu An Ka Fan. Ka's future plans are to be an investment advisor who delivers thoughtful investment strategies and comprehensive financial planning to empower individuals to reach their goals.
Please join me in congratulating our graduate. We will now recognize our Master of Real Estate Development graduates.
Lacey Sexton Stutzman. Lacey would like to thank her husband, Chase, and daughter, Scout, for their endless support and encouragement, and her professors and classmates for challenging and inspiring her.
Please join me in congratulating our graduate. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Information Systems and Business Analytics, which offers majors in Business Analytics and Management Information Systems. ISBA faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Kevin Scheibe, Department Chair and Union Pacific Professor for Information Systems and Business Analytics. Candidates are led by the Information Systems and Business Analytics Student Marshal, Rob Arbuckle, who is graduating with a double major in Business Analytics and Management Information Systems.
Robert Arbuckle. Rob's future plans are to complete his master's degree in business analytics.
Donald Anthony Salerno. Donald is from St. Charles, Illinois.
Claudia Louise Zimmerman. Claudia would like to thank her family, especially her mom, dad, and brother, for their constant support. Also, thank you to her friends and the incredible Ivy and Iowa State professors and staff.
Nathan Rongich. Nathan will be attending graduate school at Georgia Institute of Technology for Masters in Computational Data Analytics and starting work at the Cigna Group as a Data and Analytics Engineering Analyst.
Timothy James Didier. Timothy will be attending graduate school at Oregon State University.
John DeBrine. John has accepted a position with Corteva AgriScience as a voice engineer.
Omkar Jarajapu. Omkar's future plans are to either attend graduate school or to work full-time.
Kacper Zajkowski. Kacper has accepted a position with U.S. Foods as an IT strategy analyst.
Brandon Ness. Brandon is from Johnston, Iowa.
Nolan Lebrec. Nolan's future plans are to leverage his experience in e-commerce data analysis to secure a role in data science and analytics within a marketing team.
Jairo Aguilar Dominguez. Jairo's favorite ISU memory is studying abroad in Japan for the spring semester of 2023.
Vape Hub. Vape Hub's favorite ISU memories are filled with joy, taking long walks in snowstorms, hammocking with friends on campus during freshman year, and exploring Ames together.
Ji-Hoon No. Ji-Hoon's favorite ISU memories are all the fun moments with friends that made college life truly special.
Paul Maximilian Bice. Paul would like to thank his grandfather, mom, dad, aunt, and uncle.
Jacob Petty. Jacob's favorite course at ISU was MIS 4950, Executive Analysis and Presentation.
Jaden Tajon Allen. Jaden would like to thank his family for always supporting and believing in him and all the friends and mentors he met throughout his college journey.
Joaquin Gonzalez Ramirez. Joaquin is from Lima, Peru. Buenas noches, ISU.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize our Master of Science in Information Systems graduates.
Ryan Dean Nichols. Ryan has accepted a position with Hormel Foods as an Associate Data Analyst.
Ji-Sun Kim. Ji-Sun would like to thank her family for their financial and emotional support, which made it possible for her to complete her master's degree.
Haoran Wang. Haoran would like to thank his family, professors, and friends for their constant support throughout his journey at Iowa State.
Udaya Krishna Karanam. Udaya Krishna's favorite ISU memory is walking to class through freezing snow at ISU.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize our Master of Business Analytics graduates.
Dujan Blackman. Tom Swenson. Tom would like to thank his family for the support and encouragement throughout his Iowa State journey. Thank you, Emily, Clara, and Arthur.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now recognize our Master of Healthcare Analytics and Operation graduates.
Marcy Cleland. Marcy's favorite ISU memory is when she got married under the campanile.
Please join me in congratulating our graduate. We will now recognize undergraduate degree candidates from the Department of Management and Entrepreneurship, which offers majors in management, entrepreneurship, healthcare management, and human resource management. The department also offers an online bachelor's degree in business administration for students who are returning to college to complete their bachelor's degree. Management and entrepreneurship faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Scott Johnson, Tom Professor in Business and Interim Chair in the Department of Management and Entrepreneurship. Candidates are led by the Management and Entrepreneurship Student Marshal, Jason Strand, who is graduating with a double major in Management and International Business.
Jason Ryan Strand. Jason's favorite ISU memory is leaving Gilman Hall one last time and parting ways with the testing center.
Zoe Nanny Kane. Zoe will be attending graduate school at the Palmer College of Chiropractic.
Kaylee Nicole Melton. Kaylee would like to thank her family and friends for their encouragement and guidance. Their unconditional support made this journey possible.
Arjun Sandip Kumar Makadia. Arjun would like to thank his family, friends, and professors for their support, guidance, and encouragement. He couldn't have reached this milestone without you, and he is forever grateful.
Eric Stephen Diedig. Eric has accepted a position with Epic Systems as a quality manager.
Logan James Peterson. Logan would like to thank his family and friends for their continued support throughout this chapter of life.
Derek Wynn. Derek's favorite ISU memory is building bonds and friendships while participating in intramural sports.
Sydney Tritz. Sydney will be joining Empirical Foods as a training specialist. She looks forward to growing her career in human resources and talent development.
Taylor Marie Harpenau. Taylor's favorite ISU memory is going to all the football and basketball games and storming the court after beating Kansas.
Allie Piper. Allie would like to thank her mom and dad for their constant encouragement and support.
Keegan Overton. Keegan would like to thank his academic advisor, Kelly Pistilli, and all of his professors over the years who made his experience at Iowa State so meaningful and rewarding.
Carson Mader. Carson would like to thank his family for supporting him the past 4 years.
Aryan Mulani. Aryan would like to thank his parents, his brother who flew halfway across the world to be here, and all of the amazing friends he made in Ames.
Madeline Sue Nemmers. Madeline would like to thank her family who supported her throughout every journey, her roommate, Brenna Burns, and the healthcare management faculty.
Leah Lonan. Leah would like to thank her family. She couldn't have gotten where she is without you. College wasn't always the easiest path, but your confidence in her helped pave the road to success.
Morgan Ashley Irvin. Morgan has accepted a position with Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa as a radiology assistant.
Eston Grow. Eston is from Des Moines.
Gavin James Larson. Gavin would like to thank his family for always supporting him. Throughout this journey, he's made friends, memories, and experiences that will last a lifetime.
Ariel Mabuere Eliomo. Ariel would like to thank God for guiding her through every struggle and victory. She thanks her mom for her love and prayers, and her siblings for believing in her.
Jalen Barganier. Jalen would like to thank his mother and father for making sure he got an education, and God for watching over him while getting his degree.
Chloe Cahill. Chloe's future plans are to attend Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts for baking and pastry.
Jaden Kang Prones Dubois. Jaden would like to thank his girlfriend, family, friends, and mentors who helped support him through his ISU journey.
Victoria Henderson Weber. Victoria's future plans are to serve as a change agent for the systems people rely on most, beginning with a master's in transportation management at San Jose State University.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize the Bachelor of Science in Marketing candidates. Marketing faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Shekhar Raju, Gary and Margaret Pint Faculty Fellow and Chair of the Department of Marketing. Candidates are led by the Marketing Student Marshal, Sophia Koba, who is graduating with a double major in Marketing and Management.
Sophia Brianne Koba. Sophia would like to thank her family and friends for their unwavering support throughout her time at Iowa State.
Mackenzie Sheridan. Mackenzie would like to thank her parents, Chad and Michelle, and all the professors who mentored her, Raj, Susan, Herb, Mike, and more. Thank you for the impact you had on her ISU experience.
Mallory Evans. Mallory would like to thank her family.
Brenna Burns. Brenna would like to thank her parents for always supporting her and her freshman year roommate. She's grateful you were able to spend these years side by side.
Trevor Malone. Trevor has accepted a position with Rain and Hale as an MPCI underwriter.
Brian David Krupieski. Brian would like to thank his family, friends, teammates, and coaches for being the best support system.
Jonathan Jacobs. John would like to thank his family and friends for their support.
Matthew McKeon. Matthew would like to thank all of the friends he made and his instructors. They each inspired him in their own ways to become a better version of himself.
Ryan James Harris. Ryan is from Davenport, Iowa, and is relocating to the Seattle area to pursue a career in the sports industry.
Chloe Paige Adams. Chloe would like to thank her mom, dad, and Nina, who always support her with love, patience, and encouragement. She couldn't have done this without you.
Sydney Marie Stansberry. Sydney's favorite course at ISU was new product marketing.
Emma Lynn Boutwell. Emma would like to thank her parents, Brett and Tonya, for supporting her throughout this journey.
Vanessa Reyes. Vanessa would like to thank her family, especially her parents, who always supported her, believed in her, and pushed her to keep going. She's grateful for everything you've done.
Samantha Jean York. Samantha would like to thank her parents, Michelle and Kent, for working hard to put her through school. She is forever grateful for their love and support.
Joshua Van Geem. Joshua's favorite ISU memory is meeting friends while rock climbing.
Angeliki Grace Karavitis. Angeliki would like to thank her family for all their love and support on her educational journey.
Please join me in congratulating these candidates. We will now recognize the Bachelor of Science in Supply Chain Management candidates. Supply chain faculty, please move to the area in front of the stage to congratulate your candidates. Candidates will be recognized on stage by Dr. Haojia Chen, Department Chair and Walker Professor in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Candidates are led by the Supply Chain Management Student Marshal, Rebecca Dingslogi, who's graduating with 2 degrees, a Bachelor of Science in Supply Chain Management and a Bachelor of Science in Management.
Rebecca Dinslogi. Rebecca would like to thank God, her parents, brothers, grandparents, and her friends and family. She couldn't have asked for better role models and is proud to carry on the Cyclone legacy. Sofia Alverio Valle. Sofia would like to thank her family for all their support. She would not have been able to achieve this without their guidance, encouragement, and unwavering belief in her. Paulina Maria Kajszlak. Paulina is from Poland. She would like to thank everyone with whom she created the most beautiful and unforgettable memories at Iowa State. Devin Dupilka. Devin will be attending graduate school at Purdue University. Hazel Gaskell. Hazel's favorite course at ISU was Design in Context, which showed her the history and development of design in the Midwest. Hunter Galantine. Hunter's future plans are to start his career next month as a supply chain analyst at HNI Corporation in their rotational development program. Emmanuel Telios. Emmanuel is from Cedar Falls, Iowa. Bryce Anthony Anderson. Bryce's favorite ISU memory is how he was able to impact the lives of his residents as an RA for Hessler Hall. Alexander R. Bates. Alexander would like to thank God and his family, friends, and fiancée, Eliza, for their support. God has provided abundantly in this season, and he looks forward to seeing what comes next. Qasim Al-Juaidan. Qasim would like to thank God, his country, Saudi Arabia, and his parents, wife, and children, Muhammad and Faris. Their love and support have been the foundation of his journey and success.
Please join me in congratulating all of our degree candidates.
Okay, there is still one more thing to do this evening, and that is to thank all of the family members and friends who have provided support for these students over the years. Candidates, how about a round of applause for your great, great support team sitting in there? How about that? The Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business is proud to honor your achievements and to mark the beginnings of your professional career. Please find ways to stay engaged with the Ivy community. Keep in touch with your professors and advisors. Be a mentor to students. And come back. Talk to classes about your career path, the business you started, or the nonprofit you lead. We like staying in contact with you and hearing about your contributions to your profession and to your community. So, send us an email. Stop in and see us. Let us know what's going on in your life. And to those of you who are completing your bachelor's degree, I hope you will come back to the Ivy College of Business when you're ready to pursue a graduate degree. Congratulations to all of our fall 2025 graduates from the Debbie and Jerry Ivy College of Business. How about a round of applause for our graduates? Graduates, please remain seated until the faculty have had an opportunity to exit the stage and front rows. You don't have to leave right away. You are welcome to stay on the arena floor for the next 10 or 15 minutes or so to take photos with friends and enjoy the moment. However, we do need you to move away from the stage and the seating area so Hilton staff can prepare for the next ceremony. There isn't enough time for family and friends to make their way to the floor for photos. So please meet in the concourse after the ceremony to take photos and enjoy the moment. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful evening because we are IV. Thank you.
I walked into the party, I seen some I never saw. Everybody was moving, grooving, girls, they were dancing on the bar. Now this wasn't no ordinary dance. Hey man, why is everybody swimming in a trance? I couldn't figure it out like your grandpa's riddle. I asked them what they doing and they said, Juicy, wake up.
Now move your hips and dance like fish.
Now I done just lost my mind. All those people wiggling they stuff. Hey man, you gonna do the dance? Man, turn down for what? Give me a shot. Another shot. Y'all ain't ready for me. Just show you what I got. Then my body froze up. It was getting to my head. What if I can't do it? Then everybody said, can't you say? Can't you say?